So we're excited about the scope of this capital project. Every building project starts with where the last one left off.
We're looking at actually all three buildings. We're really trying to focus on the parts that will enhance student learning to make Avon School a welcoming community space.
I was fortunate to be able to do a lot of visitations last year to schools around the region and take a look at their spaces and some of the projects. And it was inspiring to see the different things that they have done.
We were able to visit some other schools in a couple different districts, and we were able to see how it's different these days, so to speak.
There was a lot of thought in getting community input. A common theme was creating warm and welcoming environments, creating collaborative spaces that were thoughtful and purposeful for the use of our students and staff.
From the school community, developed guiding principles that were largely based on feedback that we received from students, staff, and community members.
The new builds will lend to more open instructional spaces, a place for students to be able to naturally gather.
We have three main goals, one of which is individual pathways and career exploration. Another one is social and emotional learning and cultural awareness. And the third one is innovative thinking.
How do these spaces actually facilitate learning, and what would help us engage our learners even that one step more?
The library space is a focus to a strong school academic program, so we're addressing and modernizing our library.
So we wanted to make a space that was flexible to meet the needs of a wide range of students. So everybody could enjoy the space, use the space, collaborate in the space. So we are designing different areas of the library that will be conducive for use by various groups of students.
Adjacent to the elementary school library is our STEAM lab. We're going to purposely design a STEAM lab that incorporates some project-based learning to help further our science instruction as well.
Focusing on the STEAM areas, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. So we want to design a space that will be utilized for those purposes by our UPK through fourth graders.
We have a universal pre-K program, and so with that came the need for age-appropriate playground space.
It's important that we take a look at our PE and physical education and playground spaces.
There is a difference between 4-year-olds and 10-year-olds developmentally, so we really want to be thoughtful in designing a space that can be utilized and enjoyed by our 4-year-olds, but all the way up to our fourth graders.
Additionally, at the elementary school, just taking a look at some of the hallways, it is time for some modernization in terms of use of color and engagement.
Having that welcoming, supportive environment that directly aligns with our social emotional learning goals. We're trusted with your children each and every day to provide the best learning environment.
At the middle school and high school, more about creating more common spaces so that students can interact more, have more collaborative instruction, and just a better space that's adaptable and flexible.
For example, outside of the auditorium, opening up into a welcoming foyer area for our community to use as well as our staff and students, and thinking about the needs of how the school supports the community.
When you look at Avon really on the map, you can almost use the analogy that it's the heart of the community. Just the community at large really has a sense of ownership and pride that's, I think, really special to Avon.
Because I've been here my whole life, I've been walking through these halls for years. I just got used to feeling that this is what a normal school is. We're used to these long, narrow hallways and sort of dim and not very well lit. We were able to go to a new school district and see sort of this stark contrast of seeing what it means when you have brighter hallways, different lighting. So it really opened my eyes to what just some aesthetic things can do for a learning environment.
So by being purposeful with our financial planners as well as our architects and construction management companies, we're going to maximize the state aid, minimizing the local share, which means there will be no additional tax impact for the cost of this project.
Looking at the school's finances, how can we bring forward ways to support instructional learning that would not lead to a tax increase?
One of the guiding principles of this is to make sure that we're efficiently and effectively using the taxpayers' dollars.
We're going to offset some of the potential tax implications by utilizing the reserves that the Board of Education has been purposefully setting aside for work just like this.
We want to make sure it stays, vibrant and welcoming, not only to the students, but also to the community and to visitors.
We're not talking about just painting walls, we're talking about maintaining, the physical structure of the building.
Avon is known as a very welcoming school and community, and that the school is the hub in the community.
It's long overdue that we look at really kind of making some wholesale changes.
I'm excited that our students will come in to an area that is more open and welcoming.